High above the clouds, hidden among floating islands, lived a young dragon named Orin. Unlike every other dragon, Orin had never learned how to fly. While the others soared proudly through the skies, he remained on the ground, afraid to even spread his wings. One evening, an ancient glowing feather drifted down from the highest island, carrying a message that read, "Only the brave discover the sky heart." Believing it might hold the answer, Orin began a journey across the floating world, unaware that his greatest challenge had only just begun. Following the glowing feather, Orin entered the mysterious Forest of Echoes, where every tree repeated the fears hidden inside a traveler's heart. The voices whispered that he would never become a real dragon and would always be left behind. Just as Orin was ready to give up, he rescued a tiny glowing fox trapped beneath fallen branches. The grateful fox offered to guide him to the legendary Sky Heart, believing courage mattered far more than perfect wings. Together, they continued deeper into the enchanted forest. After crossing crystal rivers and glowing caves, Orin and the fox reached the tallest floating island. At its center slept an enormous stone dragon, older than the mountains themselves. Resting on its chest was the radiant Sky Heart, a crystal pulsing with golden light. But when Orin approached, the giant slowly opened its glowing eyes. Instead of attacking, it simply asked one question. "Why do you seek the power to fly?" Orin answered honestly, saying he wished to protect others, not to become famous. The ancient guardian smiled and gently placed the Sky Heart into Orin's hands. Instead of giving him magical power, it showed him every act of kindness he had performed along his journey. The guardian explained that true strength comes from courage, compassion, and believing in yourself. Then, without warning, the floating island began to crumble. With no other choice, Orin spread his trembling wings and leaped into the open sky. For the very first time, the wind lifted him higher and higher until he was soaring among the clouds. Orin returned home not as the strongest dragon, but as the bravest. He became a guide for young dragons who doubted themselves, teaching them that courage begins long before the first flight. The glowing fox remained his lifelong friend, and together they explored skies no dragon had ever seen. Far above the clouds, the ancient guardian watched proudly before turning back into silent stone. And whenever a golden feather drifted through the sky, another adventure was about to begin. The greatest wings are not the ones that carry us through the sky. They're the courage that carries us through our fears. Believe in yourself, take the leap, and you'll discover how high you were always meant to soar. Until the next adventure, keep chasing the impossible.